Hello, this is H.C. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Warrior 3! You see how it suddenly got dark there as I was walking around? Yeah, that's what happens when you walk around long enough. It gets dark, the town changes, people are in different places, people are sleeping, ghosts come out in the night! I mean, oh, really? Oh, well, there you go. Now, some people were saying you can get an iron claw around there, like search it, or the area or something. I didn't see anything. If you know, like, precisely where you can find one, let me know. But as far as all my research is done, I haven't seen anything like that, so I don't know. But anyway, the church is still open at night. The shops are still closed at night in various towns and things like that. The inn is always open, or almost always open at night. So that way you can, rest up and make it morning. I'll get you next time, Kandar! Next time! And a lot of you were suggesting, H.C. Bailey, can't you break into the shop at night here with the Thieves key? Yes, you can! And the guy's sleeping here, so let's just steal all of his stuff while we're at it here. And over here, what do we get? Ooh, the poison needle! The way it works is you equip it on a wizard, and when you attack with the wizard, one of two things can happen. Either A, you'll just deal 1 damage, which is actually really good for fighting metal monsters because, sometimes you'll miss on them, but the poison needle will always deal 1 damage. But it also has a 1 in 8 chance of killing any enemy, except bosses, I think. So, I guess the pub is closed there. So the poison needle is actually pretty good for a wizard. If you're going to use a wizard for level grinding, I'd recommend that. But okay, so that's everything we can do here. And now I'm actually going to do the gold farming that I want to do somewhere in the hills around here. Okay, I'm about halfway done with the gold farming that I've been doing. Basically, I just want to get the fighting suit for my fighter and the chainmail for my soldier, well, along with the iron claw, of course. So that way, my front 2 characters have some decent tanking gear for now. So that way, I can go exploring a little bit. Of course, if I don't run into any enemies on the way, so much the better. But anyway, I just wanted to do a little exploring up here, so... this must be that sleeping village that we were told about. Everyone seems to be asleep around here. Well, let's take a look around. But yeah, the enemies around here, up north here, hit very hard, so I wouldn't recommend going here right away, but I wanted to, just get a little bit of armor, so that way I can survive the trip. But, well, I got really lucky, so... Dream Ruby, huh? Oh, no! Where do we find that? Oh, okay, we could head on over there, but basically I just wanted to come up here, mostly because at level 7 or 8, I think it was level 7, we learned the return spell, which, new to Dragon Warrior 3, you can warp to any town that you've been to before, instead of just the town that you just saved at. So that's pretty nice, and this is the town of Noanials, whatever, but it's there now. So now I can just warp here whenever I want. I just wanted to pick up the location so I could return back here whenever I wanted to. So, okay, so now I'm going to finish the rest of my gold farming, and I'll meet you back at Kandar. Alright, we're all set and ready to go. I've done all the gold farming that I need to do. Here's my party set up here. I decided to put the fighter in the lead, because now with the fighting suit and all the agility boosts, you got massive defense, even with less HP than the soldier. So I like arranging my formation like this. But basically, yeah, make sure everyone's got medical herbs, antidote herbs, full moon herbs. I like how herbs are actually useful for a change, I mean, maybe not so much compared to Dragon Warrior games, but compared to other games in general. They give you potions and things to, cure status ailments, and then like half of them aren't useful at all. So, but anyway, we got a new enemy here, Killer Bees. Now, early on, I would use the surround spell on them because they can numb you with their physical attacks, and that can be pretty useful. But now I've gained enough levels where I'm powerful enough where I can just wipe them out with my physical attacks. Plus, I want to save my MP for the Tower of Shanpane so that we can get the golden crown back. Now, all the enemies around here are pretty much the same ones that we could have met up with at Kandar there. So I'm going to show some of the new enemies here that you might have had to fight in order to level grind on the way up here. Got a new enemy here, Rogue Knight. They have fairly high defense, but now we're doing pretty good against them. Now that we have the weapons. but he can also summon healers to help him out. Huh, that reminds me of the next game. But that's something else. That's just kind of interesting. I never thought about that until just now. And we got another new enemy here, army crabs. Let's see, we want to take out the masked moth first, if I can. Yeah, I'm going to have to send Elena up there. But anyway, with the army crabs, if you don't have sleep yet, which like when you're first fighting these guys, you wouldn't, then use surround on the army crabs to crowd control them. But once you learn sleep, you really want to use that against them, because they can summon other army crabs to help them out. So, surround wouldn't help with that, but sleep both limits their physical attacks and their ability to call for reinforcements. And like the rogue knights, they have really high physical defense, but we should be able to take them out. And against most of these enemies, Ice Bolt and Fireball would be really good if you have a wizard, let's say. Yeah, Elena's doing pretty good. As long as we don't get below 20 or 30 HP, we should be fine. By the way, with the way I'm buying all the equipment, normally I would buy weapons first over armor. But in this particular case, the enemies around here hit really, really hard. So I want to, and our weapons are actually pretty good at this point, even without upgrading them much at all. So I'm okay with going with the armor first. And I tested a lot of different combinations of weapons and armor to find the most efficient way of getting just barely enough equipment so that way we can survive going through here. Now the Humanabat can cast Stop Spell, so don't cast any spells against him. If you got a wizard, maybe try the Poison Needle on him. Part of the reason why I really wanted to get a good piece of armor for everyone, including my pilgrim, is that some of the enemies ignore formations. You gotta watch out for that. I'll point them out when we get to it. But anyway, you got a new enemy there, Gas Cloud. Killer Bee is probably the one I'm most concerned about. And then probably the Army Crab. So let's send you know what? Go after the Killer Bee, Christo, because a pilgrim, or at least my pilgrim, probably can't deal a whole lot of damage to the Army Crab. And I was gonna say, maybe I need a little extra damage to finish him off, but I guess not. What's with that Humanabat, anyway? What's with that guy? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, let's take him out. I don't know what the Gas Cloud does, I forget. But we're gonna take him out all the same. Anything special about the guy? I don't think so. Yeah, just use Ice Bolt on him if you've got a wizard, but other than that, yeah, you really don't need to use any spells on them to disable them. Hey, how's it going? You, Kandar? Oh, well, yeah, I knew that. Could have just put a sign up front, but I suppose villains don't want good guys knowing where their hideout is. Well, so far, we're holding up pretty well around here. Haven't had to use any of my, I've used some medical herbs, but none of my other herbs, or like antidote herbs, or full moon herbs, or anything like that. Well, Wing of the Wyvern, better than a sharp stick in the eye. Yeah, they still haven't figured out that we want treasure in dungeons to actually be useful! So, yeah, the game's not perfect yet, but, well, we'll get there. Where the hell am I? I thought, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Oh, now I know where we are. Sorry, got lost there for a moment. Ah, there we go. Yeah, whenever you see an inlet like that, that's basically to tell you, hey, you can walk in there. So it's a little tricky, but nothing too tricky. Let's go to the right first, I think. Now, by the way, around here, don't be afraid to use your crowd control spells with your pilgrim there, because that's why I've gotten all of those medical herbs. So that way, I don't have to save my MP for healing. Your MP is better spent on crowd control, so that way you can mitigate damage more than you would with a healing spell. Is there anything up here? Oh, hey, there's a little guy here. I didn't remember him here. Well, I guess he's a little pudgy, but... Oh, really? Alright. Looks like the rumors were true. Of course they're true. What, you think they're gonna send us on a wild goose chase like in Lufia? No. Anyway, here we got another new enemy, Poison Silkworms. We want to take them out as quickly as possible, and I guess the name got cut off. It's Demon Toadstool. I don't don't know why they did it that way, but oh, there we go. But anyway, poison silkworms can breathe some poison gas that can hit all party members. That's why I've got so many of those antidoters, but if you take them out quickly enough, you should be fine. You can also run into groups of them, so you want to be careful about that. Let's see, those demon toadstools, I forget what status ailment they can inflict on you. Well, if I meet up with a large group of them later, maybe I'll show you. I forget whether they can put you to sleep or confuse you or something, I don't know. But yeah, there's a new status in this game, Chaos, which is like Chrono Trigger, it confuses you, so. Ah, there's the door that I'm looking for. Ha! Alright, well, it looks like we made it here in one piece, so let me just take a moment to heal up most of my party members and be right back. Okay, we're all healed up and ready to go. I used all my medical herbs and a couple healing spells, but nothing I'm worried about. What do you mean, weirdos? So I've got a female monk in my party. So, I only made her female just for the Elena reference in Dragon Warrior 4, so. Alright, we got you guys trapped now! What do you mean? Sucker! Nuts. Well, that's not gonna stop me very well. I can just climb the stairs again. What the? Where'd they go? Did they take the golden crown with them? Can we defeat Kandar? Find out next time on Let's Play Dragon Warrior 3! This is HC Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!